Hey guys, Kyoryujin here with another review. This time I'll be taking a look at the Rocket Henkei Deluxe Plezu-Oh from Jyuden Kyoryujin. This is the Jyudenhou partner of Kyoryu Violet that can change between 3 modes and combine with other Jyudenhou. So this set includes 3 main things: the Jyudenhou Plezu-Oh, its Jyudenchi, and an adapter piece for Gabutira. So to start off, we'll take a look at the first of Plezu-Oh's 3 modes. So of note about Plezu-Oh is that while all Jyudenhou are somewhat mechanical in nature, Plezu-Oh is the first Jyudenhou to be, well, mechanized by man, as this kind of leads me to something important about Kyoryu Violet, as the original Kyoryu Violet was not only the first modern-day Kyoryujin, but also the person who created stuff like the Gabu Revolver and the Gabu Caliber. So he's somewhat of a mad scientist, and he mechanized Plezu-Oh so as to allow it to go into space. And so we get the first mode, which is Rocket Mode. So with the color scheme, you'll notice that it's a little bit different and definitely stands out from the others because it's mainly purple with a lot of white to it. Starting off with the head, you can see white along the top, some silver borders, nice green eyes, a couple of yellow parts, which I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. They might be some kind of lights or nostrils. And you have the teeth. The mouth can open and close, and locks into place, both open and shut. One of the first signs of it being mechanized is that you have this chamber here for where the Jyudenchi goes. And usually with Jyudenhou, you don't see the whole Jyudenchi. They're usually either hidden, or with the bigger ones, you only see a part of it sticking out of their mouth. But in the case of Plezu-Oh, because of the mechanization, it has this chamber of clear purple plastic that allows you to see the Jyudenchi when inserted. It goes to the body, which has these 2 rocket boosters on the top. A little detailing on the side, and some more boosters on the back. Specifically, you have these 2 up here, and then these 2 larger ones. We'll have this part here, which is Plezu-Oh's tail, as well as a large golden Kyoryujin symbol on the back. On the bottom, we can see some more details, like an on-off switch. A little bit of that same kind of detailing that's on other Jyudenhou. Some wheels, and this piece, which doesn't really serve any purpose and just stored back here. So while like this, without a Jyudenchi, you get some sounds. So if you press this button here, which looks like the Jyudenchi symbol, you get a roaring sound. And if you press this button, you get a laser firing sound. And you can hold down this button for rapid fire lasers. So then we have the Jyudenchi. This is Jyudenchi number 9, cast, well, painted in a purple color. Jyudenchi symbol right there. Got the image, the glow in the dark image here. On the back you got the name Plezu-Oh, and then doing a brave in, we get the colored side, and so we can see a purple Plesiosaurus. Now with the Plesiosaurus, similar to the Pteranodon, what Pteragordon is based on, is technically not a dinosaur but is commonly associated with them. It was a long-necked aquatic reptile. And one of the notable things about it in popular culture is that it's what some people think the Loch Ness Monster really is, though it still hasn't been proved that the Loch Ness Monster exists. So bring in the Gabu Revolver. And this hearing it sounds leads into another point in which is that because Kyoryujin is the person who created stuff like the Gawa Revolver, it's his voice that you hear out of all this stuff. And he's actually also the series narrator. So first, a normal brave finish. Then bring a second Jyudenhou. In this case, I'll use Bunpakis. And similarly to with Terragordon, I don't need to show this off with Kyoryujin because it has the special attack sound, or the sound effect, built right in. And so you get that by pressing and holding the triangular button. And so its sound effect is Zuon, which is the sound of a rocket ship taking off. And so to insert the Jyudenhou, it's actually a bit more similar to the armed Jyudenhou than to ones like Gabutira and Terragordon. So to do that, you open up the mouth, stick in the Jyudenhou until it clicks in place, then take this part here, which is part of the landing gear, put down this lever and then slide back. And so, like I said before, you can see the full thing right inside there, as well as the name on the back. And this is a system similarly to with Terragordon, where no matter what you put in there, it'll make the same sound. You can actually see what makes it happen, because you have this little button here that's pressed down when you slide back the Jyudenhou. And so from here we can convert to its second mode, which is Jyudenhou mode. So to do that, all you have to do is take these two rocket boosters and fold them back. Or fold them down like so. And there you have it in Jyudenhou mode. And so here we can see a little bit more of the details that make it a Plesiosaurus. Namely these four fins. And they're all quite thin, but all in a purple color that matches up pretty well. And obviously this is kind of another sign of how it was mechanized, because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't have these large, rather pontoon-like pieces hanging off the sides. And in both rocket mode and Jyudenhou mode, it can roll along with the wheels on the bottom. And additionally, while the sounds do change when you insert a Jyudenhou, those are sounds for its robot mode and its combined mode. So the start of the transformation, basically, this is going to involve a lot of, well, parts forming, removing parts and putting them onto other places. So start off, take these two rocket booster pieces and remove them. And take these two pieces and pull them off as well. Then take the entire head section and detach it from the rest of the body. So start the transformation, remove this piece and the tail. Then fold up this piece like so. Fold these out of the side, which will become the shoulders, and fold them down. Split open the legs. Take this piece, and go around and stick it on the back. Bring from the bottom up. Take the two booster or pontoon pieces and stick them onto the bottom of the feet. Just like so. Then to attach the arms, first take the head and neck of Plezu-Oh and put it on this side. Then taking these two pieces, split them apart, and use this one to make the left arm. And go around to the back and attach this piece to the back using this connector into this clip. And finally, take this piece, attach it on like this. And then raise up this piece that looks like a rocket ship. And there you have Plezu-Oh. Now of course, this also has a transformation sound. To activate that, you press down the triangular button while it has Jyuden. And so there you have Plezu-Oh. Now it's definitely a very unique looking mech. It has a lot more of a robotic feel than a dinosaur feel, and so it does kind of it definitely stands out from the other Kyoryujin mechs. And you also have a lot more white than purple here, as the only purple is really on the body, the head, and on the cannon arm. So articulation-wise, this actually does have some articulation. Because of the way the head attaches, it technically has some articulation. You can move it to left and right, but the joint is a little bit stiff. So you can also, if you want, detach the head and put it on in a different position. And speaking of the head, zooming in on it, you see that besides this crest on the head that looks like a rocket ship, you also have the face, which has a red outline, a couple of green eyes, and a big golden faceplate. And on the chest you can kind of see part of Kyoryujin's enthusiasm for his work by putting this big golden Kyoryujin symbol on the chest of Plezu-Oh. Also have the two arms and legs down here, which have rather silly looking big feet. So as for other articulation, you can move the arms around, move them in and out on this joint. And there's a little bit of rotation in the legs for a further combination. Though you can't really get both of them to move at the same time because the heels hit each other. And so from here you can do the Plezu-Oh Jyuden braid finish. And so for that, there's a special sequence in the arm. It actually makes further use of this sliding system. So to activate it, first press the rectangle button, and you get a standby sound. Now you take this piece and move it backwards and forwards 3 times. Now for a better look at that, I'll detach the arm and show it to you from the side. So that's a pretty cool feature because it's like pumping a shotgun. The only real problem is that in the show, the way it fires is that it actually turns the arm so it's facing this way and then shoots it. But there's no rotation joints within this socket. And that's actually a little bit odd because there are no buttons in here. So there's really very little reason not to have it be able to rotate. Another thing you can do is that if you want the arms to be symmetrical, you take the other arm and attach it on like so. And there you have the arms even, but then you don't get any of these sounds. And because of the way this joint system works, you can combine other Jyudenhou as alternate arms. So just for example, we have the official combo that's been advertised on the box, which is Plezu-Oh Bunpaki. You'll bring in Bunpaki and putting him into battle mode. Just change him around. And then just attach him on to the side like so. And then you can take this and attach this to the other arm. And put them both on the back. And so there you have Plezu-Oh Bunpaki. And of course you can pose them. Though because of the way the joints work, you can actually pose the arms further than just moving them 90 degrees. Though the same thing could be done with Pterodon because of no wiring going through the arms. And you can put any Jyudenhou onto this arm socket, or even onto the other one. And so from there, we can get to the super combination involving Plezu-Oh. So to do that, start off by preparing Plezu-Oh. So you attach this, move down the face cover and remove the head. And take off these. Take these off from the back. And actually going to put both of them onto the arms. Just like so. And move them like this. Remove this piece. Take the legs and fold them out to the sides. And take these pieces here, lift them up, and pull out a couple of hidden arm sockets. And so that Plezu-Oh is prepared. Now this combination is of Plezu-Oh alongside Gabutira and Bunpaki, who I already have prepared. So to prepare Gabutira, Start by taking off the tail. Taking the legs. Pull them back. Fold them like so. And up like that. Split them apart. Move down its arms. Fold down the panels on the sides. Fold up the Kyoryujin head. And put back on its tail. And before doing the combination, one very important thing to do is take this adapter piece and slide it onto the waist here. This is to prevent any possible breaking of the leg joints. And so from there you can combine it. Starting from the bottom, take these pieces and attach them to the bottom of Gabutira's feet. I think it'll be easier if I put them on with my right hand. Move on to the left foot. And onto the right. And take this piece. Using these two tabs, plug it into here, and it'll cover up the dinosaur arms. Moving further up, and because of how tall it is, I'm going to adjust the camera. So here's the slightly tricky part. What you're going to want to do is take this piece, then attach it to the place where the head is, and from there, take these pieces on the side, and folding out a couple of pieces on that are hidden on them. Secure them to the connectors on the front and back of Gabutira, or to his left and right sides. Then attach the arms. Onto both sides. And finally, take the head and flip it over to this side, plug it into the top, and split open the face. And, once again, this has its own unique combining sound. So you get that. You press and hold the triangle button. And so with that, you have Bakuretsu Kyoryujin. So, as you can see, this is a very big combination. It not only adds height, but bulk to Gabutira. And interestingly, it doesn't use Kyoryujin as a base, unlike what Raiden Kyoryujin did. You'll have Gabutira's head move to the chest. these much bigger, bulkier shoulders, and a completely new face. And again, you can see that's only partially based on Kyoryujin's face, but besides a little bit in the actual face itself, the head is very much original. You still have the same articulation, although because of the way the joints are positioned, it's a little bit awkward moving it fully up like this to a 90-degree angle. So posing looks a little bit better if you just have it at 45-degree angle. And of course you can still perform the finisher attack. And this is a combination that you can also do a little bit of swapping with because, of course, because of how these joints work, you can also put on other Jyudenhou as the arms. Well, I guess the weird thing is, well, its profile, as you can see, not only is it wide, but it's long because of how Gabichira's tail sticks off the back. And certainly an interesting display piece, but it's kind of odd for this powerful combination to only use 3 of the mechs. Well, only 3 of the Jyudenhou. And only using 1 of the main Jyudenhou. But it certainly is fairly creative. And overall, I'd say that Plezu-Oh is definitely a worthwhile purchase. You get the Plezu on Jyudenhou, you get Plezu on itself, which has 3 different modes. And then you get the combinations, of course, with the other Jyudenhou arms, and Bakuretsu Kyoryujin, which is just this massive and, while a little bit unwieldy and kind of crazy, still an impressive sight to look at. And of course, if you're going for all the Jyudenhou, then this is definitely a must-buy. It definitely goes to show that Bunpaki is actually pretty vital, because there's actually 1 more mech that it has an official combination with. And that'll be up next. But for the time being, with all said and done, I would definitely recommend picking up Plezu-Oh. So, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.